Hello and welcome to the first session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at revision on standard form. But before that, let us take a look at the previous lesson. Welcome back. Today we are going to look at revision on standard form, and firstly we will look at the meaning of standard form. And I know I told us last time that standard form is a way of expressing an equation to be in the form a times 10 raised to power x, where a is a number between 1 to 10 and x is an integer. Okay, so standard form is a way of expressing numbers to be in base 10 raised to power whatever it is. Okay, so if we have 1000, it's just the same thing as 10 raised to power 3, since 1000 means 10 times 10 times 10. Is that correct? 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 will give us 1000, and that's how we got this 10 raised to power 3. And if we have 10, it's the same thing as what? 10 raised to power 1. 100 is equal to 10 raised to power 2. And then when we have 1 is equal to 10 raised to power what? 0, since anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. And 0.01 is equal to 10 raised to power minus 2. According to law of negative index in indices, if we have 1 over x is the same thing as x raised to power minus 1. Is that correct? Now with this, you will agree with me that 10 raised to power minus 2 is the same thing as 1 over 10 raised to power 2. Is that correct? Which is equal to 1 over 100. 1 divided by 100 will give us 0.01. Okay, so when we have 0.1 or 0.10, is just the same thing. This is equal to 10 raised to power minus 1, and you agree with me, we have 1 over 10. 1 divided by 10 will give us what? 0.10. Okay, so with this, now let us take some examples in standard form. Okay, example 1, we have 0.08356 for us to express in standard form. Okay, all we are asked to do is to make 8 to be the first term of this number. Okay, instead of having this 0, we make 8 to be the first term, and we achieve that by writing 8.356 times 10 raised to power. Count this. As long as this is 0, it gives us what? Minus. How many zeros are here? Is 2, so you have minus what? 2. Okay, now this is the same thing as saying 8.356 times 1 over 10 raised to power 2, and 1 times this will give us 8.356 all over what? 100, since 10 raised to power 2 is 100, and when you divide this, then you get this, our original equation. Okay, number 2, assuming we are given the problem 832.8 for us to express in standard form. Okay, this is equal to 8.328 times 10 raised to power 2. This times 10 raised to power 2 will give us our original equation. Okay, let's proceed. Assuming we are given the problem 4.72 times 10 raised to power 3 plus 3.648 times 10 raised to power 3, and we are asked to convert it to be in standard form. What do we do? Okay, first of all, you observe here that they are multiplied by the same 10 raised to power 3. The both of them are multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so what we do here is we bring down our 4.72 3.72 plus 3.648, and then add them up and multiply them by 10 raised to power 3. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 3.648 and we have 4.72. So bring down our 8. 4 plus 2 will give us what? 6. 6 plus 7 we have 13. We write 3 and carry 1. Add it, it becomes 4. 4 plus 4 will give us what? 8. Is that correct? So for this we'll have 8.368 then times 10 raised to power 3, and that is equal to 8.368 times 10 raised to power 3 as our answer. Okay, if you don't want to solve it this way, there's yet another way of solving it. We have 4.72 times 10 raised to power 3 plus 3.648 times 10 raised to power 3. Okay, if you don't want to solve it this way, another way of solving this is multiplying this through. Okay, so 10 raised to power 3 is 1000. Is that correct? Then times 4.72, you have 4720 plus, you multiply this through, this is 1002 times 3.648, that will give you 3648. Then when you add them up, what do you have? You have 8368, and then this in standard form is equal to 8.368 times 10 raised to power 3. Since this divided by 8368 divided by 1000 will give us this. Okay, so this is still our answer, which is what we got in the first solution. Okay, let's take yet one more example. Okay, we have a problem on the board. 7.113 times 10 raised to power minus 5 minus 8.13 times 10 raised to power minus 6. Okay, what's the first thing we need to do? The first thing we need to do here is to make them to be of the same multiplier, which is minus 5, 10 raised to power minus 5. How do we obtain that? To have 7.113 times 10 raised to power minus 5 minus 8.13 all over 10 times 10 raised to power minus 5. Do you agree with me? Yes. If this is the case, remember this is equal to 1 over 10 times 8.13. okay, such that this times this will still give us 8.13 all over 10. Okay, now multiplied by this. Now looking at this, we have 1 over 10 times 1 over 10 raised to power 5, and this is equal to 10 raised to power minus 1 times 10 raised to power minus 5. Now law of indices, we add the powers if the bases are the same. So we have 10 raised to power minus 1 plus minus 5, and that will give us 10 raised to power minus 6. Okay, so you now agree with me that this is the right thing to do here in order for them to be of the same multiplier. So we have 7.113 times 10 raised to power minus 5 minus 8.13 divided by 10 will give us 0.813. okay, now times 10 raised to power minus 5. They are not the same multiplier, so what do? We now have 7.113 minus 0.813 in brackets, now times 10 raised to power minus 5. Okay, and then when we subtract this, we obtain 6.3. check it on your calculator, times 10 raised to power minus 5, which is an answer. Okay, So having studied the revision on standard form, kindly provide the answers to the following question on the screen. Welcome back. So far we've been able to cover the revision on standard form, and we'll call it a day here. In our next class we'll go over to revision on logarithm. Do well to use the lesson notes on the platform for better information on the topic we've discussed, and feel free to drop your question or comment on the comment section. Till we meet again, stay safe and bye.